It's time for the show that brings the magic right to your speakers. Ears up!
What's going on, everybody? I mean, ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho.
It is our end of the year Christmas, holiday.
Extravaganza.
Yeah, thing, something like that. Welcome, everybody. We got Jeremy.
I'm feeling jolly.
You look jolly.
Jolly.
Hey, Jolly.
Jolly.
Oh, I can't beat
Jolly
that.
Mary.
Yeah, it's Jolly Mary, everybody. Ho, ho, ho. Whatever.
I feel like I'm too bright.
You are too bright, Taren.
Oh, you know what?
Why'd
I
you have a couple
discovered
beers?
I was always so bright. My face was always washed out in all these episodes. I just turned the brightness down on my monitor, and now it's like the greatest ever.
Yeah.
It only took a few years to learn that trick.
Yeah, I got to figure that one out too every once in a while. Like, oh yeah, that's kind of weird. I look. Why am I multiple color tones right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a good show for you today. It's basically no information. Well, there's not no information. We have a whole entire segment, Jeremy doing the history of the music of the thing. But like other than that, that's it. We're just going to sit and goof off. We have our letters to Santa Iger ready again. Unfortunately, I never thought we'd have to come to this level, but here we are. And Taren has a game for us to play.
I love the games.
And that's it. And then we're going to go. And then we have the secret show coming up after this too, which we're going to be drinking eggnog.
Real life.
Yeah, so I decided to make eggnog. I'm going to make eggnog. These two knuckleheads refuse to make eggnog. So I don't know what they're going to be doing.
I was freaked out. He made it the other day, and it's good. It's actually better than from like the store.
Yeah, it's with a raw egg. It's really technically called like a flip or something. Anyway, we'll get into it on the secret show. But I don't know. I like this show. It's one of my favorite shows to do because it's sort of like the secret show already, but just no cursing.
Well,
I don't know.
Like
there may be some vulgarity in some of the things I have prepared.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
And the game is not vulgar, and it doesn't have curse words, but it feels like it does.
Ah, yes, that's right. It's what the bleep, right?
What the bleep.
I thought I had your theme song already in here from like last year or something. I guess not.
I don't
There's
think
a
so.
theme song.
I don't think so because I couldn't even find it, so
Yeah.
I don't even have the file.
All right, well,
I've
whatever,
got it
that's
ready
fine.
for you.
All right. Heck yeah, everybody. Heck yeah, it's almost Christmas time. It's December 22nd here in 2022, and apparently we're gonna have a big winter storm, or maybe it's already happening. I don't know. It's gonna get to a chilly 41 degrees here, so
Oh, 41.
That is
It's
cold.
-7 right now.
Jeez.
Wow.
wow. Why are you so negative, Eric? You're usually the positive one.
Yeah.
I'm very positive. It's -7.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
I looked on the way in.
That sounds terrible. Actually, it sounds nice. Honestly, it sounds cozy. I bet your house is cozy.
My house is cozy. We have a fire.
nice.
We haven't turned the
Aw.
heat down in several days.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been pretty bad cold wise out here. It's been, really foggy for the last week or so. We've had the heater up like 1 or 2 degrees more than usual, and our PG&E bills double.
Oh
It's
dear.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Thanks
We're-
PG&E.
We've even got a frost warning coming, or a freeze warning here in Orlando, and we've gotten the warning that always accompanies it, which is watch out for falling iguanas because
Oh my
What?
goodness.
they live
right.
in the trees. This really doesn't happen in Orlando. It's more of like a Miami thing because there aren't any iguanas this far north, but we
Sure.
hear the warnings, and we have
Yeah.
little lizards, but they the iguanas, they get so cold that they kind of they freeze and then
Yeah.
they fall out of
That's
the
so
tree.
sad.
But then when it warms up, they defrost and then they run around again. Like
Yeah,
it
they're
doesn't
fine.
kill them.
Yeah. They just go in like hibernation or whatever. Be careful.
Yeah.
And iguanas can get big too. Those are dense animals.
They're very dense.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
always
I
thought.
mean, that would really hurt.
I've always said that about iguanas. They're always very dense. All right. Well, before we get into, I don't even know what we're going to do first. We'll probably do Jeremy's segment first. I want to tell you guys about Concierge. You go to concierge.com right now. I'm sure all of this talk about the parks is going to make you really froth at the mouth to go back to the parks, maybe before you wanted to. And if you want to do that, you go to concierge.com right now and you book your trip through Concierge. They will help you plan everything, soup to nuts. That's their new tagline. I don't know if I'm supposed to announce that yet or not, but
the new letterhead isn't out yet.
Oh, I'm sorry, Eric. Look, I'm sorry. My bad, man. My bad. But anyway, that's what it's going to be. No, yeah, they're great at what they do. They will book your airplane tickets. They will book your hotel. It will help you plan with Genie Plus. It will help you do every little thing that is really awful and annoying to do when you're planning for a trip. And I think especially when you go to a place like Disneyland and you do it so many times, you're like, great, now I got to sit here and book this, and don't worry about it. And they don't charge you anything to do this. It's a service that they provide. They only charge you exactly what the places will charge you, and they will also be hunting for better deals than they can already get you in the first place, like with hotels and stuff like that. So they are a full service travel partner of EarzUp Incorporated LLC.com. Something like that.
Whatever's on the contract. Yeah.
Check them out. Yeah. Something like that, man.
Can I just say before we get this show really started?
No. So let's
No, you're gonna want to hear this. I think everybody
doubt it.
I'm gonna change what I was gonna say then.
All right.
I'm not.
When you're on the mic, stay right there. Don't move.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when you come like this, then it's
Yeah, I actually
It's hard
you
to-
hear
It's hard.
Taren through your mic.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it sounds like.
sometimes.
Poor Taren.
it's because where the
Listen,
camera
now that
is,
sounds gorgeous right
to
there.
do it like this, it's
Yeah.
just right in front of my face. So that's why I'm
Yeah, maybe you can pivot. You can scooch out. I'll tell you what, we'll take a break and we'll fix it at the break. How about that?
okay.
All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you off, Taren. Go ahead and tell me what I want to hear, please.
Well, I was going to say it started with me looking at Jeremy and going, wow, Jeremy got a nice haircut. He's looking very svelte.
Oh, and so now you're not going to say it because I don't have hair? Cool. I love being bald in this house. It's fun.
You've literally ruined all the joy.
Oh, man, I'm
Then
sorry.
I was looking at Eric and I went, wow, Eric looks very nice and he just looks put together and he just looks like a nice guy tonight. And his
Mhm.
hair's all nicely combed.
Yeah.
And then I looked at Jason. I went, wow, Jason's all like cleanly shaven. He's got his nice shirt on. I was just thinking, wow, what a great looking bunch of guys. But then you started talking.
No, that's what
and
happens.
then
Yep.
I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah.
Looks good. Sounds horrible.
Yep. Yeah, that's my life. That's what I want on my headstone.
But then he started talking.
No, looks good, sounds horrible.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually, probably sounds better.
I do think, and then he started talking would also work well.
Yeah,
it gets the point across.
Yeah.
We'll fill in the blanks.
Yeah, probably right. You're probably right about that. All right, Jer, what do you think, buddy? You ready? Are you ready for to teach us some things? I got all your sounds loaded in, so we're ready
Good.
to go. Yeah. Where'd it go? Where's your John? I think it's here. No, that's not it.
That's good too.
Wrong one.
Yeah, that's not it.
I haven't
Hold
heard
on.
that in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. All right.
Join us as we unravel the magic behind some of Disney's most beloved pieces of music. It's Spectro time.
This magic night, a million stars will play beside us, cast a spell of light. Glimmering, shimmering, carouseling round the world tonight.
All right, Jeremy. What are we talking about today, man? What musical loveliness are you going to bestow upon our hairy ear canals?
Well, appropriate for it being December 22nd tonight, we're going to talk about the music of Christmas in Tomorrowland.
Wow.
Ooh,
All right.
interesting. Very specific.
I'm
like
excited.
it.
It's very specific. You wouldn't think that there'd be much to talk about with such specificity.
Mhm.
Whoa.
I've actually done a Music of Tomorrowland segment before years ago. I think back in like 2017, I did it.
Mhm.
Whoa.
Sounds about right.
It's a long time. What happened?
A
Um,
lot.
Yeah,
man,
a lot.
I don't know
A
where
lot
you
and
wanna
nothing.
start.
And nothing.
Yes,
Yes,
right, yeah.
exactly.
And in that segment, I did briefly touch on some of the Christmas music that plays, but it turns out there's quite a bit I didn't cover. And the Christmas music in Tomorrowland is pretty fun and surprisingly eclectic. So tonight I wanted to take you on a musical tour of Christmas in Tomorrowland, and we will even play a little bit of a game where you
Ooh.
name that tune.
Wow.
Oh, I
Two
love it.
games.
I love it.
Uh-oh.
2 games in one
2
show,
games.
everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
We have to begin with the most notable of Tomorrowland attractions, and that is, of course,
Autopia.
no.
Buzz Lightyear.
No. Well, the game so far, it's not even a game and you're losing.
Space Mountain.
Space Mountain, Taren. Thank
Oh,
you.
wow.
Ding, ding, ding.
They never seem to know what to do with Space Mountain. They can't just let it be. It's
No.
always got some overlay. It's got something going on. But it's always sort of like I showed up with spotlights and Christmas lights and a CD player.
Yeah.
And then that's
sort
the
of like-
overlay.
It's sort of half-assed sometimes.
It's so true. And it really doesn't need to be. It is such a perfectly fine ride on its own.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't need glitter.
Well, they're going to do it anyway. So it always gets overlays. They're pretty lackluster, as we were talking about, but the Christmas season is no exception because now we get the Space Mountain Christmas overlay. It was announced in 2019. Disney announced several Christmas overlays that year for the Magic Kingdom, including this one for Space Mountain. According to the Disney Parks blog, Space Mountain's Christmas overlay promises to take guests on a, quote, trippy jaunt through the cosmos.
Oh,
Wow.
No, thank you. No, thanks. No, I don't want to jaunt anywhere.
You want to jaunt with its rockin' Christmas tunes and special red and green lights.
Oh, God. Special.
They're
There's special lights.
does the Ghost
Wow.
Planet have a Santa hat on?
So where was I? I'm just trying to find out where I was in my write-up.
Jaunting. We were about to start our jaunt.
Oh yeah, we were gonna. Oh, it's because of that whole jaunt got me
Yeah.
all thrown off. Disney
jaunt.
selected 2 Christmas audio tracks for the overlay that are not widely distributed commercially. In fact, you won't find this audio on CD or iTunes or Amazon. It instead comes from a music source called Audio Network, which distributes production audio for TV, video, and advertising mainly. But you can go on and purchase a license for the tracks, which of course I have done so I can legally play them on SpectroRadio. Let's take a listen to the
Wow.
music. Yes.
Look at you, man. That's
Look
cool.
at me. New haircut, looking
Yeah.
svelte,
I know.
and buying licenses. Let's take a listen to the
Living
music.
dream, man.
Yeah. Let's take a listen to the music you will hear if you board Space Mountain during the Christmas overlay. Number 1.
Kind of shreds, man.
I like this second part much better.
Everybody likes Good King Wenceslas until they have to sing it.
Yeah. But play it on guitar and it's fine.
Halfway
I like
through
it until I have to pronounce it.
Yeah, I've never said that word. Like I don't even know what it is.
I used to know it on the clarinet when I was in band.
Really?
Yeah, that like green sleeves and stuff. Yeah.
What is it? Good King.
Good King
Wensler?
Wenceslas.
Wenceslas?
Wenceslas.
Wenceslas.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Or Wenceslor.
Well, those tracks, as you just pointed out, are Rock the Halls
Ooh, don't deck them. Rock them.
and Wenceslas King of Rock by Terry Divine King and Adam Drake. Now, if you are an Epcot fan, Terry Divine King will be familiar to you because several of the audio pieces of audio that are played during the Epcot Forever and now Harmonious pre-show music are composed also by Terry Divine King. So
Oh, cool.
Terry's work is well known throughout the park.
Very good.
But when you step out of Space Mountain and walk around Tomorrowland, you'll notice a little something else in the air. Christmas area music, my favorite type of area music. The Magic Kingdom changes over the typical Tomorrowland Christmas area music with a sort of futuristic-ish new age Christmas audio. In Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, this set list has changed through the years. From 1992 to 2018, we had a set that relied heavily on just 2 artists.
Wow.
Now,
Not very diverse.
rather than our usual format where I tell you who they are and then listen, tonight we're going to have a little Christmas music game.
Okay.
I'm going to have Jason play tracks, and you, which he doesn't know the title of.
That's
They're
correct.
just numbered innocently.
Yeah.
I'm going to have him play the tracks, and you have to guess the number 1, the name of the Christmas song for 1 point, because some of them are a little, the interpretations are a little loose.
Sure.
You may not guess right away.
Okay.
And for the second point, you have to guess who it's by. But since there are only 2 artists, I'm going to make it easy and tell you what they are. And basically, you just have to match which artist to which song.
Can I guess which 2 they are?
Yes, you absolutely can, Eric.
John Tesh, Mannheimer Steamwagon.
You are half right.
Oh, not John Tesh, huh?
Mannheimer.
Yeah, it's John Steamwagon.
It's
That's what it is, man.
It's got to be Steamroller, right?
It is Mannheim Steamroller. Okay. The other artist is the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
When you hear it, you know it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
the benevolent game master Jeremy is giving us clues. Okay. Are you going to keep track of the scores?
I will keep track of the scores.
Right.
That's why I've been sort of, as I talk, feeling around for a piece of paper.
Nice.
So without further ado, Jason, please play track 2.
Mannheim. Oh, wait. How are we doing this?
Yeah. How are we doing this? Are we calling? Are we saying our names?
Say I know it when you know it.
All right. Taren, you know it.
I just know the artist. Oh, but am I wrong? I don't know.
Dude. Jason, I know it. I think
Jason.
this is Good King Wenceslas. And I
Yes.
think it's Mannheim Steamwagon.
Yes.
It's also on our playlist.
Yeah.
Our Christmas playlist.
I hear this every day.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, you have a leg up if you ever listen to SpectroRadio, because all of this music plays quite frequently.
Oh, I mean,
It's
that's
so
where we've
good.
heard it.
I think I'm going to throw Taren a point because she did
Okay.
name Mannheim.
That's fine.
You know, I'm not going to take it away from you. This is just going to be cumulative. We're just going to keep adding in points.
We're keeping it light. We're keeping it
How do we like
friendly.
that?
Yeah.
I like that.
All right, let's do
Okay.
that.
It's very, very Christmas spirited.
Yeah. Too bad Taren
Yes.
isn't here to get mad about that.
Are you-
That's my point, bro. She should have said it.
Yeah, we did have some vicious back and forth.
He's very
back in the day.
competitive. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, so that's one that we would have heard. Let's listen to our next one, track 3, Jason.
Jason, I know it.
Yes, Jason.
Night on Christmas Mountain, Mannheim Steamwagon.
Wrong and wrong.
Farts.
I've got the artist, but it's
Yeah, I
pretty
got the
obvious
artist,
now.
but
See, I'm only going to know the artist. I'm not going to know any of the songs.
This is a hard one. It's not a, you wouldn't guess this carol.
I think of this. They always have houses set to this with their
Yeah, is it
elaborate
a
lights,
Nutcracker?
but
It also appeared this song was featured in World of Color, the Christmas version of World of Color.
I don't know the song, but
Yeah, I don't know the title.
So-
What is it, Jeremy? I think.
Who did you guys think that the artist was?
it's Trans-Siberian.
Trans-Siberian.
Yeah, Trans-Siberian.
And am I allowed to just guess that part
Yeah.
for 1
I
point?
mean, you can do whatever.
Yeah,
you
I
want,
gave it. I
guess.
gave you and Eric a point for Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
All right, cool.
And the song, which is difficult to guess, is called Wizards in Winter.
Oh, Night on Christmas Mountain. What a dumb guess
I
that
know.
was, Taren.
What on
God,
earth?
Taren's trying to
Really?
message me, telling me what it is.
Night on Christmas Mountain.
Yeah.
Okay, this
Close.
last one will be a
Super
little
close.
easier. It's not Wizards in Winter isn't usually on the tip of most people's tongues, so
Yeah,
let's
well.
go to something easier. Number 4.
Mannheim.
Yep.
Isn't this Good King Wenceslas?
Yeah, isn't this? Didn't we just do?
Sound the same.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rudolph the
it's
Red-Nosed
Rudolph the
Reindeer.
Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, yeah, I did not hear that.
Eric and Jason,
Good job,
I'm giving you
Eric.
both the points.
What? This is not a game. It's just
It's great.
A
It's a
point-
holiday spirit.
accumulation. Yeah, I guess.
Terrence.
Yeah, you got it. Okay.
This is also on our playlist.
The next round, there's not 2 guesses. It's 1.
Oh. Is it the song title?
So you're going to have to be on your damn game.
Oh,
It's the song title. No, it's the key that it's written in.
No,
Oh
it is
God!
not.
Why don't you just give Eric the point?
Yeah, bye.
Yeah,
there are only so many letters. Just guess one.
yeah, that's true.
So,
H.
Yeah, there you go.
Key of H.
So that was some of our Christmas loop until 2018. Then in 2019, the Tomorrowland loop was updated. Most of the Mannheim Steamroller tracks were ditched.
How?
You don't hear them anymore.
How? They are
It's
literally
such-
perfect for Tomorrowland.
Such a Tomorrowland vibe. I don't understand it.
There's because it's Disney World.
I know. They just make so many mistakes.
I mean, it was probably licensing thing. They probably just didn't want to pay all the licensing.
No, because
so-
there is still one Mannheim Steamroller track in the list.
So it was just a choice.
Hmm.
That's
It
so
was a
much worse.
choice.
Thanks,
Ugh.
Iger.
2019. Ooh, that would have been Iger.
I know, of course.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And now he's back.
Yep. Taking. He's back for the other song. He won't leave until it's gone.
But now a new artist dominates the playlist, and that artist is new age pianist and composer David Arkenstone.
Oh.
Ooh.
I don't
Sounds
know
like
what
a-
that is.
I think my D&D character stayed at his inn one night.
Who, by just as an aside,
Yeah.
David Arkenstone looks like Fabio and Kenny G's love child.
Well, of course he does, because that makes sense for the music that he's playing.
Yeah, right.
He has
So-
to look like that. It's a rule.
I saw a picture and I was like, wait, is it Fabio? Oh no, it's Kenny G. Oh my God. It's just one.
He's got the crimpy hair. Yeah. Wow.
I love it.
So let's hit round 2 of our game.
All right.
Officially known as the David Arkenstone round, because so many of the tracks are by David Arkenstone.
Okay.
And they all currently appear in the current Tomorrowland Christmas set. You just have to name the tune for
Okay.
1 point.
Okay.
All
Because
right.
we already know it's Arkenstone. It's Kenny Fabio.
Kenny
Fabio, it's Fabio G. Number 5.
Ooh. Lush. It's a Lush song.
Angels we have heard on high.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that.
Correct.
Yeah,
Eric.
that chord progression. Where I was like, I'm just piecing it together.
I just heard
Wait a
the
minute.
bells. Ding, ding, ding.
It's hard to get. It's hard to do, isn't it?
Oh, I'm so sad. I was
Especially
just about
with
to say it.
especially with that one, the way it's like sort of off timed and it's very nice.
I do like it.
Yeah.
And I do think, for as much grief as we're giving Iger for getting rid of the steam wagon,
Yeah.
this is quite Tomorrowland-esque.
It fits in. Yeah, I'm okay with it. If we're gonna replace something great, it's at least got to be not awful.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a good philosophy, just in
Yeah.
general.
Right. Thank you.
Let's try. This one's a little tougher, but this is a song that many people know. Number 6.
Many people are saying.
By the way, before you
Yes.
play it,
Yes,
you
yes, yes.
each have 3 points, so everything's on the line right now.
Oh my god. How many of these are we doing?
2 more, 6 and 7.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right, here we go.
Got it.
No, you do you really, Eric?
Little Drummer Boy.
Wrong.
Oh.
Damn.
I was just going off of the beat.
On Christmas Day.
Yeah,
on Christmas Day.
yeah.
He's
Saw
three
three ships.
I have to give it to Eric.
I said it. It's
I-
called Three Ships.
Okay, I'm giving
right?
it to. Okay,
I
both
would've
of you.
given
She got
to
it.
Taryn, but yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I had to
See,
skip
I'm
to
not
get it, but
competitive. I
got
don't
it.
care.
I thought you had it like well
Oh, Chris.
ahead of her.
Something in a Christmas
Some-
day in the morning.
Yeah.
I would
Also,
never have known
a
that
nice-
it's called Three Ships. But that
Also,
doesn't-
another nice
yeah.
arrangement, right?
Oh, yes,
very nice,
very
but I
nice.
don't.
Not
I,
Tomorrowland.
not Tomorrowland. No, that's more like Fantasyland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very nice, but yeah, I don't think it's. I mean, I think that they're missing out with Mannheim with getting rid of them.
It should synthesize it. That's what they should do.
What is this? I mean, okay, I may be screwing myself up here, but is that song? What is that song called? Actually,
You got
I saw
right.
3 ships.
Yeah.
I saw 3 ships.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what it's called.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Right.
But I didn't know. The chat is saying there were some ships.
Well, okay,
No.
the chat isn't saying that.
Oh, wait,
Eric
that's
is saying
You
Eric.
that.
cannot look at the chat.
Right.
Well, no,
It's nonsense over there in that
well, that's
chat.
true. That's
I'll
true.
tell you
And then
what.
I was like, did I get that wrong?
No, Jeremy gave you the point.
Yeah, I know.
You are
Hey,
gonna.
you guys hear that? I just got right. What was the answer?
Yeah. Taren's over here dry snitching. She's just like, I mean, what did I say? Was that right? I thought it was wrong.
I'm gonna be out on PTO tomorrow, so I'm having a good night,
Okay.
Nice.
and it starts now.
Okay, it's time for track 7, our last one of the contest. Jason's behind. This is a chance to tie it up.
My
Or it's
behind.
time for Eric or Taren to break
All right.
out into the lead.
Oh,
Okay, here we go. Number 7.
Number 7.
Oh, it's right here. It's right in my brain.
I love it.
Is this Drummer Boy?
Yes,
Drummer Boy.
Oh,
Taren.
Wow.
I won a game,
I think we have
Taren,
one
you
more. Don't
won.
we have one more?
Nope.
Oh.
but that's fun.
Good
'cause
job,
I don't
Taren.
get to play the other game, so yay!
Oh, now
there
you
we
do.
go.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Taren got it in that like really interpretive beginning before it went into the tune. Like I'm very
Yeah.
impressed.
It was
I
very
also
Soren is what
I
that was.
absolutely love that.
Yeah, it was good.
It is good. I immediately felt though, like not that I was in Tomorrowland, but I was in Fantasyland, New Orleans Square, like Main Street, anywhere.
This is
but
not a Tomorrowland song.
Really?
I don't know.
See, I thought it was.
Tomorrowland.
Really?
Yes.
Can we hear a little bit of it again?
I mean,
Okay, I see it.
maybe
now.
the synth part a little bit, but yeah, I don't know.
It's just not the vibe I expect.
No, to me, this would be
It sounds like
DCA
Soren.
about
Yes,
Soren, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
It does have a Soren feel to it.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my god, if they did a Christmas Soren, I would just bawl my eyes out.
Would Terrence still be bored?
Yeah.
Probably. Right, he'd be crying, but he'd be bored.
Yeah, exactly.
I was literally crying, but you didn't smile. I know. I was bored. Very good, Jer.
Now, David Arkenstone's music will be familiar to Disney fans not only for his contribution to this Tomorrowland Christmas album and his big hair, but Epcot fans will most certainly know him for this track, number 8.
This is weird. Dan's in the chat and he says, it sounds like the way VFX looked on that Xena show 20 years ago. I feel like he's right.
That song is called Papillon. It is from David Arkenstone's album, The Ultimate Narada Collection Visionary, and it formed part of the Innoventions area music at Epcot around the Fountain of Nations since 1994 until Bob Iger came along and gutted my beloved park, but I'm not bitter about it. It's all
No, you
fine.
shouldn't be. Yeah, because he's back. You can't be. What was the name of that album? Because it sounds like AI wrote it.
It's called The Ultimate Narada Collection, Visionary.
Yeah, okay, great.
Okay.
What Ultimate Narada?
Narada.
Narada. Is that like a musical term or is that just...
I don't know what it is.
Oh, you like made up a word.
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't know. I'm not a
Hickory
fan of this
dickory
guy.
wickory woo.
But seriously,
What's What does this word mean to you?
What's that song that we just found out is actually like written by Dr. Seuss?
Oh, Vadu Flores, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Flores.
You know that song?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know that song?
from The Grinch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And from they sing it in
The
Home
Grinch.
Alone, don't they?
Yeah, they do sing it in Home Alone.
Yeah.
The
They
carolers.
do? No,
Yes.
they
No.
don't.
Carolers
It has become a Christmas song.
But they don't
And-
sing that in Home Alone.
Taren, look it up. Look it up while we continue with the thing.
What's that song called? Does anybody know?
Vadu Flores,
I-
Vadu Flores.
No one knows what it's called. That's the thing.
Falu. It's like Falu Flores.
My
Yeah.
friend thought it was Wahoo Glory.
Oh,
Yep,
it's
that's what-
Fahu Flores Dahu Dores.
Yeah, which sounds very, very Seussian.
Sure.
All right,
Now
Taren's
she's going to
look it
find
up.
out if it's in Home Alone.
You're going to continue, Jeremy.
Before we leave the Magic Kingdom's Tomorrowland area music, I would be remiss if I did not mention another just absolutely amazing track that I always personally love to hear. This particular arrangement really scratches me where I itch. Number 9.
This is Carol of the Bells, right? Yeah.
Correct.
That's good. Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That is
One of my
Carol of the Bells, performed by pianist David Foster from his 1993 Christmas TV special, David Foster's Christmas Album, which aired on NBC December 2nd, 1993.
Wow.
David Foster will be familiar to fans of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, as he was married to former Real Housewife Yolanda Hadid and appeared on several episodes of the show. This makes him
Wow.
also stepfather to Bella and Gigi Hadid. He is now married to Catherine McPhee of American Idol fame.
Wow.
I've literally heard of nobody that you just said.
You don't know who Bella and Gigi Hadid are?
Uh-uh.
I got Catherine McPhee, but the rest just right over my head.
It might as well be the lyrics to the Doctor Who song we were just talking about.
You don't know Hickory Dickory Wickory Woo? Anyway,
No.
What is that?
so
a
Taren,
reference?
what did you find out?
Nothing. I checked the Santa Claus because we watched that last night in case that's where we thought we saw it, but I'm not seeing it. But we did.
We heard it in the car.
We heard it in the car, but maybe that was
All right.
just
Well,
in
look,
the
maybe
car.
Taren was wrong when she said that was in the Home Alone.
Yeah, it's definitely not in Home Alone, but it could be in another movie.
okay. First of all, I didn't say that.
I think you did.
Yes, you did.
No,
Yeah.
Jason said it, and I agree
Oh.
with him. But he's the
Oh.
one who said it. He's trying to put the blame on
No,
me.
I never said it.
He did.
Let's leave Orlando,
Okay.
and we'll now head off to Tokyo Disneyland's Tomorrowland.
Oh, I feel like this is going to be good.
Now, unlike in Orlando, where Tomorrowland only gets a special Christmas music set during the separate ticketed event of Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, the folks visiting Tokyo Disneyland can delight in their Tomorrowland Christmas music set every night of the Christmas season. So it's not as exclusive over there, which is ridiculous. I can't believe that they're not putting Christmas area music on the non-Mickey's Christmas party nights. Like it's December 11th randomly and you can't hear Christmas music. Like, give me a break. Just
Right.
put it on and play it. It's easier to do it than
Yeah.
to not do it.
Definitely.
This reeks of JPEG.
Never.
Now, also where Magic Kingdom got rid of most of their Mannheim Steamroller tracks, Tokyo Disneyland still counts several Mannheim Steamroller tracks in their set. But in addition to those, Tokyo also offers some unique Christmas musical flavors of its own from 2 other artists. Brett offers an electronic take on music from Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker Suite from their album, The Nutcracker Suite Electronique. Take a listen to a few of those selections. Number 10.
Sounds like Stranger Things.
It does, yeah.
I kind of absolutely love this.
You get me with the drum break. I get it. Okay. It's like circus Christmas music. It's weird, but it kind of works.
I liked the first one better, but yeah, I'm okay with it. I liked it.
By the way, Greg in the chat says that Pentatonics is
Yeah.
better than Mannheim Steamroller. Is he just trying to get my goat going, or like what?
No, Greg is just wrong, 100%. But maybe. But yeah, no, that's not correct.
It's not correct.
Just eternally false.
Can't imagine how that's correct.
Now, finally, the Tokyo Disneyland set includes several tracks by artist Kevaz from his 2 albums, 25 Greatest Christmas Hits and A Very Merry Christmas. And now I realize that the contest isn't over.
Oh, yes. It's not
We
over.
have 4
Wait,
more
not
shots.
Ah.
Uh-oh.
Heck
no.
yes.
yes. Mm,
Are you ready?
yes.
Of course.
See if you can name these tunes by Kevaz. Let's start with this one. Jason, number 11.
My system is going into shock. I can't process this. You be
Take the
for us,
halls.
la 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 la. Eric should probably
Wow.
have that one though.
Okay.
That was
Wow.
It's like it basically lulls you into a sense of weirdness,
Yeah,
and
I
then
feel
hits
like-
you with it.
I felt like a
It's so
cobra
happy.
coming out of a basket. This is, you know what I mean? Like, what is? I don't know. I'm hypnotized. This is weird.
this
Just takes a.
honestly-
Oh, go ahead.
It just sounds like a 14-year-old in his bedroom with his Casio. Dun, 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 dun,
Well, I
dun,
guess it's better
dun,
when it's something else.
Well, there's that, but
Fair.
that was weird, man.
Don't come in. I'm listening to Deck the Halls. Let's try number 12.
All right, here we go.
Is that? Yeah, Joy to the World, right?
Oh man, Eric, so quick tonight.
That's all the
like
chords
light-
right there. Dan's out. He just gave up. Wow.
I don't know, but I think I have to put some of these on our Christmas
Oh yeah,
playlist.
like you're gonna send us all of these.
They're fun.
Well, most of them.
But it's the same as the last one, Taren, where it's all this stuff happening and there's some guy going
Ding 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 ding.
just one key at a time.
Yeah.
We have 2 more to guess, and before that, I would like to update the scores of this game. We've got Eric in the lead with 6, Taren on his heels with 5, and Jason with 3.
No.
So is this the last one?
Nope, we have 2 more.
All right. I think these should be bonus rounds for 100 points each.
Let's have number 13.
Canon, Christmas and canon.
It's Christmas Cannon.
Christmas canon, whatever.
Christmas with cannons.
Oh,
Shoot
Oh
me out of
Holy
a
Night.
cannon at Christmas. Blowing Rudolph out of the sky with Christmas. Firing a Christmas tree out of a cannon at Santa.
Jason's are probably right.
Yeah.
Whatever,
Oh my
Eric,
God.
Yeah. Attacking the Armada with Christmas trees.
Whatever.
I thought she said Christmas in a can.
Christmas in a can. Christmas in the can. I'm going to the bathroom unwrapping presents
In a can.
at Christmas.
In a can on Christmas morning.
Yeah. I have,
In the
I have
can.
diarrhea on Christmas.
Oh,
I'm in the
God.
can.
Well, I would like to say it's anyone's game, but it's not.
No, Eric won.
So let's just see who
Yay.
can.
Wait, what was the-
Let's just see if Eric can
What was
make
the
this
name?
win.
It was Joy to the
Oh,
World.
holy night!
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's what it was.
All right.
One of those.
So this
should
round
be
is going to
worth
either
100
determine
points.
who has a respectable second.
This should be worth 100 points. This should be a bonus round.
So this is 100 points. Oh,
No.
actually, and this is a tough one.
Okay, Eric.
Finishing it out with a tough one for 100 points.
Okay.
Number 14.
All right. Oh my God, what is this?
Terrifying.
This is still some kid hitting one note at a time on his Casio.
Come all ye faithful? No?
There's more.
The Holly and the Ivy?
Yes.
How does that relate to anything that came before
Yeah, but
it?
I've turned everybody off so I could get it, but I can't. It's not just me. I'm not going to turn anyone's mics on until I get this song. I'm going to win this game.
Oh my God. You're...
Just kidding. Go ahead. What is it, Eric? I have no idea.
It's the Holly and the Ivy.
Oh, God. Did
Another
you write
one
that
that-
song or something?
That
Yes.
Yeah.
Cat, go away, dog. Get out of here.
She can't leave. I think that's.
Pat, go
Yeah, I
away,
know.
dog.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to confuse the hell out of that thing.
It's already confused, man.
Well, that was
The
Eric
Holly
with
and the Ivy. All right. That's
the
weird.
Holly and the Ivy. Eric finished out that contest with a commanding win
Yeah, well.
of 8 points,
Wow.
with Taren's 5 and Jason's 3. But you all did great, and I think it was fun. That was Kev Oz, which is short for Kevin Osborne, and you can find out more about his electronic music at kevoz.com. And that is the music of Christmas in Tomorrowland.
Very good, Jer.
Wonderful.
You know, I do feel bamboozled because we did give Taren a round of applause for winning the game. And I like how this is my
We
favorite
did?
part about your segment is you let her think that she won the game, and then you came back and took that from her. And I appreciate that. I think it was
Wait,
very
we let
sneaky.
Taren think
Yeah.
that she won it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Taren.
Well, no, I did win it until I didn't.
Until there was a second part that
You
nobody knew
literally
about.
took
That's
my
true.
trophy away.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying because I came back with 4 more. But you were happy that there was more.
And honestly, that was a total fluke that I won that because I'm not good at.
Don't sell yourself
Hey,
short.
you
were
earned
great at
those.
it.
Yeah.
But you know
were
what?
great.
You should also be proud that you won round 1.
There you go,
There we
Taren.
go.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
But good job, Eric. You really deserved
Thanks.
it.
Thrill of Disney fantasies come to electric life.
I think this Jiminy Cricket just sounds dumb. He sounds
Hell up.
that
Who
whole
who are
thing right
you?
there where he's like the wonderful sound or it comes alive.
He's the best.
Is he having a stroke? Is he high? I don't know. Probably both.
It's a musical light.
Musical light
Worlds of Disney.
of Disney.
He sounds he's the best.
Jiminy Cricket. No.
No, he's
Him and
great.
Tinkerbell should fight to the death.
That should
And
win.
he should win.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tinkerbell is such a skank.
Oh, she's awful.
Only because we don't really hear too much of Jiminy Cricket in the parks. So
It
That's
didn't
fine,
used
I
to be
guess.
that way. The whole Magic Kingdom evening was hosted in the 2000s was hosted by Jiminy. Jiminy hosted Spectro Magic, which was the nighttime parade, which took you right into Wishes, which was also hosted by Jiminy. So Jiminy was kind
Oh,
of like
God.
your evening host
yeah, I'm glad he
at Magic Kingdom, and it was great.
It was great.
Now we have
This is my
Just
I'm gonna
generic
be the voice of Jiminy
voice.
Cricket. Yeah. Welcome to Jeremy's favorite part of the park. Drinking around Epcot with the magic and whimsy of alcohol. All right, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back. We got letters to read. We got another game to play from Taren,
oh, I can't wait.
and it'll be a good time. So hang on, everybody. It's Ears Up. We'll be right back.
Yay.
And now, back to the show that ignites your dream wish of imaginations and magical color wonderment of forever. Ears Up.
All right, thanks for sticking around, everybody. We have a special game for you today. We played it last year. I think we played it last year, right, Tara?
I believe so, yes.
All right. It's called What the Bleep.
What the bleep?
And Taren, you are in control of all the sounds right now.
I am.
So I'll leave you potted up. But why don't you go ahead and explain to our listeners and our guests here, or co-hosts, I don't know, what the bleep is up with What the Bleep.
So this game, I found some clips from past shows, and I only used this past year. So they're all from this past year, 2022. And I bleep out one word. And you all get to guess what that word is. All right.
Okay.
Is it
All
multiple choice?
It can be.
No.
I didn't really prepare for that.
No,
so.
it's not
Oh,
multiple
fine.
choice. We have to use our imagination.
Oh God.
And you know, you can either play to be funny
Mhm.
or you can play to be serial. I'm super serial, guys.
And I've got a little too much going on, so I'm not going to keep score. It's kind of just for fun.
Yeah, let's just have fun.
For fun.
Okay.
Let's have funsies with it.
Okay.
What do you think?
All right. So, Jason, for you,
Yes.
you just may want to be on the volume because they're a little weird. But all right, here is our theme song, everyone. Hold on. Let me get my stuff ready because I want to be able to see you guys and see the answers. Okay. All right. You guys ready? For
Yes.
What the? All right. Are you all ready? Here is clip number 1.
So will this be, are you going to keep track of points?
No. We're just doing it for funsies.
For funsies. We got to keep
Yeah.
points. Jeremy, keep points.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, do it again.
All right. Number 1.
I will start you off by saying that there is nothing underrated at Disneyland because Disneyland is its own biggest and also it's so crowded that even the things that should be considered underrated are going to be packed.
Okay. My favorite part about that is Taren going, oh.
That was you.
No.
Can we hear it? I don't know.
You want to do it again? You can.
Yeah,
you
I
can
could
do it.
use
That's
that
fine.
again.
All right, good.
All right.
Who can't?
I will start you off by saying that there is nothing underrated at Disneyland because Disneyland is its own biggest and also it's so crowded that even the things that should be considered underrated are going to be packed.
All right, 2 things to say. Number 1, Greg, not Greg in the chat's going to keep score for us, Jeremy, so you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, great.
Greg,
Yeah,
not
you
Greg,
trust that?
Yeah, I do. I think it's, she said pimp.
Own greatest pimp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eric, what do you think?
Promoter. Own greatest promoter.
Okay. Jeremy.
I think it's fan.
Hmm.
All right.
All right, Taren, what is it?
I will start you off by saying that there is nothing underrated at Disneyland because Disneyland is its own biggest hype man. And also it's so crowded that even
Hype man.
Yeah, you got to get into the mind of Bev.
Yeah,
Right?
that's a, I don't
You
know.
were
Yeah,
pretty
I'm
close,
terrified
though,
to do
Pimp.
that.
I mean, that was fairly close. Okay, clip number 2.
All right, good. We have no idea what Chapek has done these last 2 years, and yet he gets all the hatred focused squarely on his big bald head. And why? Is it because he lacks the rugged sophistication of a Bob Iger? Is it because his last name is kind of hard to spell? Or that he looks like a big...
I know this one.
What is it?
Thumb.
I think it's toe.
Oh my God, I think you're right. I think it's toe.
Oh, it's one of those. I
Which
remember you saying it.
I remember that whole soliloquy you gave.
I'm gonna side with Jason and go with toe.
Okay, stealing my answers.
Oh, wait. No. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
What Chapek? We have no idea what Chapek has done these last 2 years, and yet he gets all the hatred focused squarely on his big bald head. And why? Is it because he lacks the rugged sophistication of a Bob Iger? Is it because his last name is kind of hard to spell? Or that he looks like a big toe? Oh, I got it, baby. I got it.
You shouldn't have been so confident.
That's right.
All right, number 3.
All right, good.
I only tore the head off of one action figure when I was a kid, and it was Shredder from the Ninja Turtle. And I pulled his head off so I could put Krang on top of it because there was that brief period of time in the cartoons where Krang Shredder by sitting on his head, which in retrospect is really weird.
Look how confused Jeremy
I'm famous now.
Jeremy has this is like me with that other guy's album. Like I heard words, but I have no idea if they were actually English or not.
Like I can't even guess. Like I don't even know if it's a verb or a noun that we're looking for. Do you know what I mean? Like it's literally, at least in other times I could get context and say, well, but I have no idea. Like this could just be
I'm
jump.
gonna say crushed.
Oh, crushed.
Okay.
Yeah, he's something his head.
Oh, he put something in his head. Okay.
Eric, do you remember?
I don't think that's the rest of the sentence.
Oh yeah, probably not. Jeremy, what's your guess?
Destroyed.
Destroyed. All right, Taren, what is
Wait, Eric.
Oh, Eric's got a guess.
I'm pretty sure it's controlled his body. Something.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
I only tore the head off of one action figure when I was a kid, and it was Shredder from the Ninja Turtle. And I pulled his head off so I could put Krang on top of it because there was that brief period of time in the cartoons where Krang possessed Shredder by sitting on his head.
Possessed.
What's Krang?
It's a
It's a person. It's a
guy.
person.
He's a brain. He's a brain with tentacles.
At first, I
And a
thought you said
face.
crayon. I'm like, he's going to replace the head with crayon. And I was like, okay, I don't know why you did. And then I was like, oh, and it sounded like you're saying Krang. And I'm like, maybe that's some sort of arts and crafts supply that holds the head on a body.
Oh, dear.
I couldn't figure that out.
All right, what's the next one?
Number 4.
Clearly.
It's probably the most popular park in Disney World, I would guess.
I would think so.
I mean, everybody that I know, everybody that we talk to, the place you want to go back to when you go to Disney World is Epcot, mainly just to. But I mean, it's got to be drink. It's got to be drink, but I want it to be. I don't know, like assault people. 'Cause that seems to be what happens over there.
I don't know that you get the first guess since it's your quote.
I don't remember. This is the thing about me is I say stuff and I have no idea what I've just said.
I know. I did the same thing.
It
I don't. You say it's drink. I actually think it's to get drunk.
That's where I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know what? You're probably right. Maybe I shouldn't be the first one to guess. But everyone was just sitting there staring at the computer, so I had to say something. Right?
All right.
Well, I'm still on Krang.
You had to do something. Yeah, your mind's still like, what? But he took his head off? But if he's a brain, how does he have a head? What?
All right.
All right, good. It's probably the most popular park in Disney World, I would guess.
I would think so.
I mean, everybody that I know, everybody that we talk to, the place you want to go back to when you go to Disney World is Epcot, mainly just to drink a lot. But
I don't drink a lot.
Drink a lot.
It's hard.
No
It's
one got
kind of No one but everyone.
No one got it.
All right.
No
one got
points.
It. All right.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Wait, hold on.
Oh.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Go. Well, right. I mean, just there's so much faster ways to make money than sitting on Disney stock. I feel like I have 9 shares of Disney stock because I'm not because I think it's a good investment. Eric, what do you think? I don't want to get yelled at from Jeremy again. So
Fanboy.
Okay.
I don't know that you would say that, but I like it.
No, Jeremy.
Nerd.
Jason.
I would think it's dipshit. I mean, like, it wouldn't be that. It would be cool guy or something like that. I'm cool because I'm so cool.
All right.
Well, right. I mean, just there's so much faster ways to make money than sitting on Disney stock. I feel like I have 9 shares of Disney stock because I'm a fan, not because I think it's. I was literally thinking in my head as it's going. I'm like, big fan. I know it. Of course, it's what it is.
No points.
God.
I'd almost give it to Eric, but fanboy is very specific.
It is very specific. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's not a word Jason would say either.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Eric.
Number 6.
I said it's not something you would say.
True, except that we actually do like real research, so we do know some stuff. We just don't know it like offhand.
Right.
I can't pull it out of my.
No, that's absolutely correct. I wish this was a secret show. I mean, pocket. It's got to be, right? It's not head. It's not butt. Ooh, maybe it is butt. I'm going pocket. Jeremy, what is it?
I'm going to go slightly more specific. I think she said I can't pull it out of my back pocket.
Ooh.
Oh.
Circle gets a square.
Okay. Eric?
Can't pull it out of my head.
Okay. All right. Taren,
We
go
actually
ahead.
do like real research, so we do know some stuff. We just don't know
Right.
it like offhand.
Right.
I can't pull it out of my back pocket.
Oh!
Jeremy knows me so well. Nicely done.
I was just in there. The lights were low.
All right, this next one's one of my favorites.
All right, here we go. I am excited about this. You did write and say that you may or may not have writing this segment.
Yeah,
But-
don't have 3 dirty martinis before you write a Spectro Time segment.
Do it again.
What? I need to do that again.
I am excited about this. You did write and say that you may or may not have writing this segment.
Yeah,
But-
don't have 3 dirty martinis before you write a Spectro Time segment.
I'm going to say blacked out. I don't think that's what happened. I don't think that's what it was, but I'm going to say blacked out.
Okay.
You may or may have.
Eric?
Oh, I'm thinking something like falling down, but maybe just throw up.
Okay.
Okay.
May have thrown up.
I don't know
writing
that
this
Jeremy
segment.
throws up, though.
Okay, Jeremy.
Huh?
What's your guess? What did
Yeah,
you may or may
It's a
not
guess,
do?
Jeremy.
I don't, you may or may not have. Yeah, don't have 3 dirty martinis. What was
He's trying to
I
get back in the
saying?
headspace.
Yeah. Falling asleep.
Okay. I am excited about this. You did write and say that you may or may not have teared up.
Oh.
writing this segment.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
I'm so
don't
sweet. Have 3 dirty martinis before you write a Spectro Time segment.
You pass it to yourself, man.
Oh Lord. Okay. Number 8.
I think I've experienced this guy at the Tiki Room, and I was kind of like, "Can this guy shut up so the show can start?" Like, like I'm here for the buddy.
I mean, I know what I want to say.
All right, Eric.
Booze.
Okay. Jason.
Birds.
Jeremy.
Oh, I was gonna say birds.
Still can.
You can guess the same thing.
Wait,
Yeah,
you said
okay.
Tiki Room. Oh, I'm thinking
I'm here
Trader
for the-
Sam's.
Because I remember what this, I think this is about Tiki Maynard.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I think it may be. Let's say I'm here for the show.
For the show. Okay.
I think I've experienced this guy at the Tiki Room, and I was kind of like, "Can this guy shut up so the show can start?" Like, like I'm here for the birds, buddy.
Oh.
Good job.
That's true. I do love the word bird too.
Yeah. I mean, I almost said I'm here to sniff the benches when everyone leaves, but that's probably not accurate.
Not enough
right.
space for it.
Yeah. How many more?
Well,
do
I
we
just
have
would never
left,
admit
Taren?
that.
6. But this one is 6, but this one is very short.
All right, Greg, give me a. We have an update. Yeah, give me an update, Greg, in the chat. Greg also says you too can vote birds. This is a very good Tiki Room pun.
Yes.
Yes, good job, Greg.
Yeah, Greg, not Greg.
It's going to be 30 seconds before we get the score because he's on a delay.
Yeah.
Point for Jason, tied up at 2. So 2 Eric, 2 Jeremy, 2 Jason.
Ooh.
Oh, my word.
close.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Now,
It's all on the line.
Number 9 is
Yeah.
very short. So listen carefully.
All right.
It's a good thing you did Jimmy this time.
Do it again.
It's a good thing you did, Jimmy, this time.
Tell.
Okay. Jeremy.
Oh, yeah. Is the end of that Jimmy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. It's a good thing you didn't invite Jimmy.
Ooh.
Oh, I like it.
Eric.
Let me go mention.
It's a good thing you didn't invite Jimmy this time.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
All right.
Jeremy.
On top of it.
All right. Now this one is from a special guest. Okay. You guys ready?
Ready.
Oh, my word.
Let's go.
The good thing is, though, as long as people are to your music, I guess that's what you really want, right? That's what's most important.
Tom Amin, everybody.
Yes, Tom Amin.
Dropping the dirty bombs. As long as people are blank to your music. I mean, it's got to be. Play it again, Taren.
The good thing is, though, as long as people are to your music, I guess that's what you really want, right? That's what's most important.
That's tough because to me, the obvious is listening.
Right. It
But I
kind of
don't wanna-
has to be.
Yeah, but I don't want to be obvious. I want to be enjoying or
But enjoying too.
I'm going with
responding.
interested in.
Interested in, Jeremy. I'm saying responding. Eric, what would you like to say?
I'll go mid. I'll just be mid like usual, and I'll say listening to.
Okay.
That's
Hold
me.
on.
So as long as people are clapping to your music,
Oh,
I guess that's what you really
Clapping
want,
to
right?
your music.
That's what's most important.
Come on, Tom. Who says that?
Yeah,
Tom
who
Amin.
says that?
We got to get that guy
Tom.
back on the show. I miss Tom.
He's
a
the
nice guy.
best.
So great.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So Jeremy 3, Eric 2, Jason 2.
Okay, these last ones are well, let's just go. Number 11.
More people should have cared about. I just want to go on record and say, if you ever wanted to see a robot go to hell, that's the movie for you.
I
would've
know
said-
this one.
I would have said Bob Chapek until the second part of that. More people should have cared about Bob Chapek. You don't know what you have until it's gone.
A robot go to hell.
I know exactly
Terminator?
what this is.
No, I think it's I think you're talking about Black Hole. No, Black Hole. The Black Hole
Eric gets to guess
That
also because he
movie. Yeah, for sure.
is that your guess?
Wait, play the first part again, because now I forget.
More people should have cared about. I just want to go on record and say, if you ever wanted to see
That
a robot
movie.
go to hell, that's the movie for you.
I'm just gonna say that movie.
Okay.
Jeremy.
Terminator.
Eric.
Well, now Jason's throwing me off because it's the movie is The Black Hole. So I'm just going to stick with the title, The Black Hole.
More people should have cared about the black hole. I just want to go on record and say, if you ever wanted to see a robot go to hell, that's the movie for you.
I've never even heard of that.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah,
Disney
it was a-
movie.
Yeah, me
It's a
either.
stinker.
Okay, this next one has 3 bleeps. It's
Oh,
all the
Jesus.
same word, but there's 3 bleeps, and it's a little long. Well, it's
Okay.
actually not that long, but 3 bleeps. Ready?
Ready.
I'm not. Why are
I could have brought my own, but I didn't drive.
Would you otherwise be
Sorry.
eating?
Can you let me finish? I'm not going to be eating in the park, Jeremy.
Yeah, I'm a Christian woman. I do not eat bleep in the park. Do it again,
This one's
Yeah,
tough.
I do need it one more time.
because it could be
Anything.
12
I could have
words.
brought my own, but I didn't drive.
Would you otherwise be
Sorry.
eating?
Can you let me finish? I'm not going to be eating in the park, Jeremy.
I like that she's so mad at you.
God, I said it and I don't know what it
Peanut
was.
butter.
Okay.
Ham.
Okay.
I want to say salam. pepperoni. What does she bring? She brings
Oh,
that bag
salami.
of that
You're
bag
right.
of hot salami.
Yeah.
Salami.
I could have brought my own peanut butter, but I didn't drive.
Would you otherwise be
Sorry.
eating spoonfuls of peanut butter?
Can you let me finish? I'm not going to be eating spoonfuls of peanut butter in the park, Jeremy.
Oh man.
My favorite part of that is that her reasoning for not bringing peanut butter is that she didn't drive.
She didn't drive.
That's why I was thinking it was meat.
What does that have to do
If I
with
remember
peanut
correctly,
butter?
we were making fun of her because of that reason. She went to the store. You could have bought peanut butter there.
Like,
Yeah, that's I don't know what goes
the
on
whole
over there.
thing was so weird.
God, so good. Okay.
All right. This
Wow,
next
so
one-
it's
Wait, hold on, we
3-3-3.
Uh-oh.
3-3-3.
Is it 3-3-3? Oh,
Yes.
God.
This next one is in honor of the chat. You guys ready?
Wait, how many are left?
2.
We should start having some bonus rounds. We should give some more bonus points. If it's all tied up,
Okay,
we
this
got to
one-
give.
This is a tough one. I will give this one gets 5 points.
Okay, 5 points. All
5
right.
points to the winner. Ready? Listen carefully.
In the chat, there seems to be a disproportionate amount of from the hyphenated people. I noticed. I don't know. Everybody with a hyphenated name is really.
Contingent wants to.
Yeah,
weigh
they
in on us
really
out there.
put it out there. It seems.
Do it again. Do it again.
In the chat, there seems to be a disproportionate amount of from the hyphenated people. I noticed. I don't know. Everybody with a hyphenated name is really.
Contingent wants to.
Yeah,
weigh
they
in on us
really
out there.
put it out there. It seems.
Anger.
Well, knowing the hyphenated community, I want to say bullshit.
Oh, Jeremy!
Okay.
Just kidding. Love you, hyphens.
Yeah.
Huh.
What did I say? I forgot what I said. Taren, what was my guess?
Anger?
Anger. I think it's anger.
I'm going with shade.
Okay.
That's
All
not
right.
a word I use.
I'm gonna say you guys are all wrong. You
Well,
wanna-
Jeremy
Okay.
needs to guess.
I thought he did guess.
Well, I think he was
I'm not
joking.
going on the record with BS. There seems to
okay.
be just an amount of.
This game is interesting because it's sort of like if you're trying to judge the other person, it's sort of like playing Cards Against Humanity,
Mhm.
where you have to. It's almost like you're playing to figure out the other person. Like,
Totally.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, can I just say the hyphens are all losing their minds in the chat
I
right
know.
now?
That's why I was saying.
Which I knew I could get them going. A disproportionate amount of
Sarah in the chat says she's going to slap you with her extra name. It also looks like Jeremy is drawing like the biggest marijuana plant in his background.
That is my Adirondack Christmas tree, you boob.
Sure.
Sorry. It's kidding. It's not the signature hug. I'm gonna pull it
let's
back.
go. Let's go. We got to finish.
I don't know. A disproportionate amount of anger. Did someone say anger already?
Yes, I did. And I'm
Oh.
angry about it. You can say
Well-
anger. It's fine. We can both have it. We both have anger. Let's go, Tara. What is it?
Do you want to know it? Because you guys are all wrong. So no, there's no
Oh
points.
darn.
Or you want to try again?
Yeah, let's go.
No, let's go. Well, we lost.
Okay.
We lost. We all tied. In the chat, there seems to be a disproportionate amount of sadness from the hyphenated.
Oh.
I don't know. Everybody with a hyphenated
Aw.
name is really.
Contingent.
This was-
Yeah, they
Yeah,
really.
All right. Well,
This was from Terrence's last show.
okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Context changes things. Okay, so this is the last one.
This is the last one.
This is worth 25 points.
Okay. Let's
Okay.
go. I don't even remember it. So let's go. Oh, it's a really long one. That's right. Okay. This is a very long one. Here we go.
And so we go to the Carthay Lounge and we had, I think, 3 or 4 drinks each, had some appetizers. We did the whole thing. We went over to Soren and came right back for dinner. And we're like, I guess more cocktails. And so at one point in Carthay Circle, I look over and my girl right here is literally on the bench.
Asleep. Asleep. That's my guess.
Are we doing, is this kind of ASMR? Passed out.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Snoring.
along those lines. I'm gonna say blacked out.
Oh.
Okay, let's go for all the
I think
moolah
Petros
bucks.
has it.
And so we go to the Carthay Lounge, and we had, I think, 3 or 4 drinks each, had some appetizers. We did the whole thing. We went over to Soren and came right back for dinner, and we're like, I guess more cocktails. And so at one point in Carthay Circle, I look over and my girl right here is literally sleeping on the bench.
Oh God.
None of us got it right.
So close. And can I tell you that story ended with them talking about how one of the kids put a napkin over Bev's face and slowly closed her eyes and said good night and put a napkin over her head. Like, somebody get this woman some help.
She has enough help. She can put a napkin. Someone closed her eyes for her. Good night.
Oh, wow.
And this is just all you see. Good night.
Oh my God.
So what? Okay, so that's it. What did we end? Did everybody tie, or Greg? Give me an update here, buddy.
I think you guys all did very good, by the way. I think that was
Thank you.
Good job.
I think it was tied all the way around.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more thing to actually. We had 2 more things to do while I'm waiting for the update. Our friendly friends at the 21st Amendment Brewery welcomed the cooler weather with the release of 2 great tasting beers, a brand new IPA and a perennial holiday favorite. Brew Free or Die Cold IPA is a new fresh style of IPA, showcasing a bright, bold, hop-forward flavor and aroma. They took the aggressive hop notes you want in a West Coast IPA and wrapped it around an American lager for maximum drinkability. Chinook, Centennial, and Mosaic hops do the heavy lifting, and at 6.5% ABV, it's Sully's new favorite beer, and it should be yours too. It's the holiday season, and their Winter Spiced Ale Fireside is back. This winter warmer has a deep toffee color, sweet candy malt notes with soft spices, and a cocoa finish. The 2NA has reimagined the look of their award-winning Fireside Chat this year with 2 reindeer sitting in comfy chairs in front of a roaring fireplace with goblets of Fireside Chat while Santa's elves are outside in the snow, peering into this quaint holiday setting. At 7.9% ABV, it will surely make your holiday season a bit more festive and warm. Be sure to ask for the 21st Amendment wherever great beer is sold. You can look for Brew Free or Die Cold IPA and Fireside Chat. You can also find the location of any of their beers at their website at 21st-amendment.com on the Find Some page. All right, we're going to be hitting some Dear Santa Iger stories, letters, or whatever. Eric, why don't you go first, dude?
Why don't Eric go first?
Yeah. Eric, go first, please. Now, wow.
I will.
All right.
Dear Santa Iger, hi, how are you? I don't think enough people ask you that, Santa Iger. Thank you for your kind email this morning. I agree that Disney fans are the most devoted and enthusiastic. I am also happy to see you are excited to return to the company. After all, it's not often that we have cool dudes like you come out of retirement. Is
this Asher that wrote this? Or
you all got that email, right?
I did not get the email. No, I heard about it, but no, we did not receive this email.
Then I really do have a special relationship with Santa Iger.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I'm looking. So he's a cool dude, came out of retirement. I'm looking at you, Eisner, Miller, Chapek. Too soon? Sorry if I'm being awkward, Santa Iger. The last time I got to do one of these things on the show, I wrote fanfic about an alien ripping Michael Eisner to shreds. I blame the drugs, and so does Jason. Anywho,
I thanked the drugs. I don't think I blamed him for anything.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Anywho, clears throat. What I wish for the most in my Disney Plusmas stocking is a plan. Please tell us what is going on. Please? I have to tell my employees what I'm thinking all the time to build trust. I lead a big team of 60 people, and you run a company of 200,000. Pretty similar, if you ask me. Shareholders like plans too. As somebody who owns tens of shares, I feel like I can ask you to give us a little more info. How about a plan that includes an annual EBITDA that demonstrates significant growth over pre-pandemic numbers, not just compared to those crummy days when the parks were all closed? A plan that admits that maybe Universal is about to hand Disney their hats in a couple of years. A plan that goes beyond creating more revenue streams out of things we used to get for free. Oh, and you need to plan for a successor this time. While you're at it, Santa Iger, I have a few more requests for some older friends of mine that don't have this kind of direct access to you. Maybe they didn't get that personal email this morning. For the Bantha Milk Boys in the trailer behind the studio, I wish you could keep greenlighting good Star Wars content so they have something to talk about. They have had some amazing guests lately, but they're at their best when they have some specific episode content to review. For the boys at the Supreme Resort, I wish you could convince them that the parasitic worms that control their thoughts are giving them good advice. Navi River Journey and Storybook Canal Boats are clearly analogs. And making a bracket system to rank all of the robots in the Hall of Presidents is clearly a great idea that all of the listeners will enjoy.
That's a good idea.
Oh, it's coming. Jason's nephew Asher doesn't need much of anything. He just made a perfectly real and cool Christmas episode that will drop in the TSR feed on Christmas Day. Okay, maybe get him a poster of Shannon Elizabeth Stone. No, not Shannon Elizabeth. Shannon Elizabeth Stone. And finally, for the stalwart men and women at my favorite podcast, Scraping the Vault, give them an interview with your old pal Bob Chapek. He truly is the reason for the season. If by the season, we mean the reason that we have a bunch of cheaply produced sequels of popular Disney features that are the entire point of that podcast. That's all, Santa Iger. I love you and have a profitable Disney Plusmas.
Very good,
That's
Eric.
good.
Disney Plus Miss. I can't believe they haven't renamed it that yet.
I know, right?
Come on.
Oh my God.
It's
You
out
gotta-
there.
Try to trademark that right now.
I love it.
Taren, go ahead, please.
All right. Dear Santa Iger, I feel like I should start by saying that this last year has been a bit foggy for me. I had a dream, or more so a nightmare, that last year you retired and left a strange, bald-headed, money-hungry man who severely lacked personality in your place. He raised prices, rationed reservations, made food portions smaller, and even replaced illuminations with a couple floating barges with disco lights.
Oh,
He really made a mockery of the Disney company. Luckily, it was all a dream, and you're still here. Phew. The weird thing is, food portions are still small, reservations are capped, and prices are still sky high. Anyway, I digress. This year, while I have felt foggy, I've also tried very hard to be a really good girl, and I truly believe I deserve everything I'm asking for. Here goes. For Christmas, I would like the following, please. Bring breakfast back to Rancho de Zocalo. Number 2, Haunted Mansion Holiday is great, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't need to start in August and end in February. We really do like the regular Haunted Mansion too. Number 3, can you just get rid of reservations? I mean, I get why you have them, data, but it's annoying for fans, it's confusing for tourists, and in reality, now when it's overly crowded, we actually blame you. Without reservations, we have no one to blame but other guests, which is probably better for you anyway. Number 4, please, please, please find a way to bring back the magic. It seems so many decisions are being made based on profit, which is understandable, but right now, the world needs Walt, not Roy. And number 5, lastly, can you find a cure for COVID, the flu, and RSV? I realize it's a bit outside of your expertise, but it's really all I want for Christmas. Thanks, Santa Iger. I'm sorry I had a horrible dream about that horrible man. I really hope it doesn't affect my naughty nice status this year. I love you, Taren.
Very good, Taren.
Aw. I have one correction.
Yes, go ahead.
Uh-oh.
While I appreciate Taren's sentiment about Harmonious being replacing Illuminations,
yeah,
it was actually announced on Iger's watch.
It was
that Harmonious would replace.
I think it's very nice and kind that Taren thought that Chapek could get all those barges built and installed in 18 months.
Yeah. And actually it was announced that Harmonious would go away on Chapek's watch.
Ah.
So I have to.
Why are you don't take from my letter, Jeremy.
Oh, geez.
I'm gonna go and Jeremy, I'm gonna let you close out the show with your letter.
Okay.
All right.
All right, you go ahead.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Dear Bob Iger. Well, here we are again. You sitting back in your big chair and me sitting in mine. Two titans of industry staring each other down, eyes locked in a wordless, vibe-fueled contest of wills. Who will blink first, Bob? You will. What am I talking about? I'm not really sure. I think I may have lost my point, so I'll move on. Back in 2019, I wrote you a very lovely, albeit pointed letter outlining 10 ways you could convince me that you had the park's best interest in mind and weren't just playing movie mogul on Disney's dime. You did none of them. No additional Greeks were put in charge of things. No lowered drink prices in DCA. Kim Irvine is still employed. And the Star Wars launch pad bay is still a thing and not an interactive experience where we can learn more about the animators and Imagineers that brought Walt's ideas to life as I had requested. Last year, I wrote to your hand-picked replacement, the wonderfully refreshing Bob Chapek, and he actually listened. I asked him to rid Epcot of those taco holders with lights on that you approved to go into the middle of that swamp they have out there, and he did. At least he's rumored to have, we'll see. But Chapek was a man of the people, and that's really the point here. So using that as a jumping off point, here are 5 things that I would like to ask for the coming year. Number 1, pay cast members minimum of $20 an hour. You have presented yourself as a CEO who cares about his employees, so I implore you to see the value in these people. Respect their efforts to keep the Disney parks a magical place. The company could survive without the media arms, but I don't think it would have the same value without the parks. Number 2, stop the move of Imagineers over to Disney World. It's not needed, it's disruptive to the folks who actually physically make the magic, and it just feels bad, man. Let these people stay. Number 3, fire Kim Irvine. Number 4, realize that just because people will pay for something doesn't mean you should charge for it. I'm talking here about Lightning Lane, right? Sure, it's great for your bottom line, but the ill will that system has generated overall is a loss. Really, you should rethink that. And number 5, these constant price increases are really annoying. In case you can't feel the collective moaning of your customers every time one is announced, we're literally tired of it all. So I suggest just doing one big one all at once. Get it out of the way with a promise of not raising prices for 5 years. And that some of that money will be going to the cast members. Race tickets a fat $10 with those 2 caveats in place, and I'd be more apt to accept it than these $2 to $5 bumps in a time when your company is making so much money already. In conclusion, we're sort of stuck with one another, you and I, Bob. Chapek was my guy, and he didn't get left with a fair chance to showcase the skills and ideas that you clearly saw in him. But thanks to that McCarthy woman, here we are. Let's make the most of it. Yours in acceptance, Jason Petros.
Very nice.
Thanks. All right, Jeremy, take us home, baby.
Well, that was great.
Thanks, man.
All right. I mean, you know, what do we want? You really love this Chapek. I don't quite get it.
No one does.
Read your letter. Let's go. We got a secret show to get to.
All right. Dear Santa Iger, well, it seems you are back with your cardigan and deep voice to replace the bald hack. You were the board's only choice. Much to my dismay, you just couldn't stay away on the sidelines in retirement, away from the Disney fray. Chapek wore the Chief Mouse ears for barely 3 years and left the fans tired and wiping our tears. We saw pissed off animators and Imagineers on his watch, and the Disney Parks experience is no longer top notch. Chapek was so bad at D23 he didn't show. He even managed to piss off the actress Scar Joe. But to Bob Chapek, I would like to be fair. He was left with a disaster when you made him your heir. To buy Fox, you saddled the company with debt, then went off into the sunset on your own private jet. But now my letter is to you, the Bob from before, a list of Disney wishes you really should not ignore. Don't listen to the crying fans who hate reservations. Keep this new system so park closures and crowds don't test my patience. Genie Plus is a disaster. Lightning Lane is a joke. If you don't get rid of these, all your guests will be broke. But really, though, it's not just the money. The systems don't work and the suggestions are crummy. Mr. Chapek saw the light and took my advice. He canceled Harmonious. Now, isn't that nice? Let's hope its replacement is worthy of Epcot, because I'll soap your windows if it is not. The barges will be gone. They were cringy to watch. It was like having John Lasseter feel up your crotch.
Oh.
After 3 long COVID years, I bring you a good tiding. The Germany gift shop has reopened, though Jason's still in hiding. A new Polynesian DVC is coming, of course. The concept art is a sight sorer for eyes than a pair of Jason shorts. This overhaul is becoming a chore, though I'm glad Chapek brought back the hall for Communicore. Moana Journey of Water, you've got to be kidding. That better not suck, or its nails I'll be spitting. Get out your paintbrush. I'm sick of a castle that's pink. This 50th anniversary really did stink. No new parades. Enchantment tried for attention, but Disney World's history got barely a mention. But now you are back, the bob with the hair, in time for Disney's 100th. Time to show us you care. Pay the cast members more. Slow up IP in the parks. I'd like to enjoy going to Disney more than smelling my own farts. At the House of the Mouse, it is time for a clean. Get rid of Tomorrow and his skinny tight jeans. What's left of Imagineering is really quite sad. Zach Ridley and his swatches are driving us all mad. Every time he picks a color, he makes an Instagram post. I'd rather see more croissants baked by Jason Petros. It's not very often we see a second act, so this time with us, you should make this one pact. Pick someone competent, then go take a hike. Maybe someone like Tom Staggs. I think he'd be just right. So welcome back to our theme park world. We know it's quite trite. So just do your 2 years and then take your flight. In the next 2 years, before you throw in the towel, I certainly hope Jason will use that device on his jowls. So welcome back to this weird world in which we all seem to be stuck. Merry Christmas to you, Bob, and all the listeners of EarzUp.
Very good. I feel like I was mentioned more than Bob Iger was.
That was fantastic.
Which makes me feel very good. You're going to get a raise next year, Jeremy.
Any attention is good attention. You have to remember that.
Oh, especially when you're talking to me. Absolutely.
I love it. Wonderful.
Great job, everybody. Great stuff. All right, we are getting out of here, everybody. If you are listening live and you're waiting for the secret show, we're 15 minutes behind, but that's okay. I'm going to skip right over there and play some music, and I'll make Taren entertain you guys while I make some eggnog for us.
Eggnog.
And we'll be right there. But if you're not joining us, that's fine. If you're listening to this, later on, and you go like, what everyone talking about? Go to patreon.com/EarzUp. All of our secret shows from day one are up there. You can just listen over the holidays if you want, and everyone comes with a drink recipe, so that's fun for everybody. But honestly, even if you're just listening to this and you're just a regular listener, you're not a Patreon person, I appreciate the support of the show that you guys have given to us over the last few years, several years, I guess. And it means a lot. We really enjoy doing the show, and I think I can speak for everybody. There's no place we'd rather be when we do these shows. So thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts. We really appreciate it. All right, everybody. Until next year, we'll see you in the park.